Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Christy and this is a weight loss channel. I also discuss certain other aspects of my life, including my journey through perimenopause as I try to lose weight. So this is week 2 of me really starting over for the 1000th time. So we'll get to the good stuff first. My weight this week was 313.3, which is down 9.2 pounds for the week and 12.3 pounds since I started 2 weeks ago. I am very happy with those numbers, of course. I'm sure they're going to go all over the place as we continue. And things I did this week that were good is I made sure I counted everything. I use the app Healthy. That's Healthi. And the reason I love this app, I did Weight Watchers for years. I've also used MyFitnessPal and Lose It and everything else. But the reason I love the Healthy app is that there are many different uh, plans. So they have keto on there. It's really geared for somebody who's doing keto. They have ones that are very similar to Weight Watchers where you count bites instead of points. And there's a few of those. So if you're trying to, cut down sugar or carbs, and then they do have just a plain old calorie counting app. So this week I played around with a couple of the ones that were, the bites, and I decided today I just really like the calorie counting. I don't know. I think the bites points thing it messes with my head a lot because you have your daily bites and then you have your weekly bites, and to me it's stressful. That could be why I was never truly successful on Weight Watchers. Don't get me wrong, I love the community aspect of it. It's just the point system, it really messed with my head. So I am back to counting calories. Um, I am going to attempt to post every day on my Instagram what I eat, what I ate, if I did any movement, that sort of thing. So I did track every day. I will say I didn't really get any movement in last week. Saturday, I went shopping with my boyfriend. I walked all over Menards, and one good non scale victory out of that is that store is freaking huge. And we walked all over it. We were there just to kind of get a few things, but I don't get out of the house much since I work at home. So, and I wanted to look at things like we're going to remodel our bathroom. So I wanted to look at tubs and showers and sinks and all that other stuff. Normally, my back would hurt about halfway through and I'd have to stop and take a rest. I did not have to do that on Saturday. Huge NSV for me. And for those of you who haven't been in diet culture forever, NSV stands for non scale victory. So that was a big, huge thing for me that I didn't even realize it happened until I was home and my boyfriend was like, "Is your back hurting?" I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not." And we really were all over that store. But I remember a year ago, 2 years ago, I couldn't stand and do a load of dishes without having to sit down because my lower back hurt so bad. So I am grateful for that. To give a little bit of background that I don't think I gave in the first video was my highest weight ever was 376 pounds. That was almost immediately after my mother passed in November of 2022. And my weight this week is 313.3. Like I said, I lost a lot of it with Ozempic, Mounjaro, but yeah, I don't think I ever said my starting weight. For movement this coming week, I have decided, because I work from home, that every couple of hours I'm going to make sure I get up and walk around my house for 5 minutes. I did it today. So I got 3 times. So I got 15 minutes of walking in. Um, I'm also going to attempt to do just some gentle yoga a couple times a week because as much as I want to go beast mode and get a gym membership and lift weights and get on that treadmill, it's not a good idea. I'm middle-aged and I'm obese. That just sounds like an orthopedic doctor would make a lot of money off of me. Um, so the other things that happened this week, we're going to switch over into the perimenopause stuff. I have anxiety and depression. I've had them for over 20 years. This weekend was an emotional roller coaster, and there was really no reason for it. I got very in my head about my appearance and how I was going to look at these upcoming events that I have to go to, and I cried a lot, a lot. Um, the whole week was just kind of emotional. I was so messed up in my head for Thursday that I ended up having to be quote unquote sent home. You don't really get sent home when you work at home. You get told to go ahead and log off. Um, just so I could, relax and try to get myself together. Luckily for me, I have FMLA days for that. So I try not to use them, even though I'm entitled to them, but I just try not to. But so last week was kind of a roller coaster. Um, as far as any other symptoms of like the perimenopause go, not really anything crazy. Um, Mostly the emotional stuff. And I do have therapy every Tuesday. So I will be talking to my therapist about it on Tuesday. Somebody in my comments from last week wanted me to talk a little bit more about what inspires me. Apparently, they were very impressed that I have no desire to be part of Gore World. I don't want to be lumped in with those ladies. So inspiration. Couple of big events. I have 2 weddings coming up this summer that I know about for sure. Maybe more. My boyfriend has a giant family, so we may get more invites. We have no idea. But I definitely have 2 weddings this year and a big event next year that I'm not quite ready to talk about in public. But I will. I'll let you guys know more when I can actually go public with it. And that's not me being cryptic. That's just I'm not comfortable discussing it quite yet. So obviously those events coming up, I want to look as nice as possible. What else? If you're for like inspiration videos and stuff like that, I watch a lot of Obese to Beast. I've been following him for quite some time. Um, I also watch Will Tennyson. I just discovered him not too long ago, and he's hilarious. But he also does give good advice. Um, I also watched The Biggest Loser on Amazon, which I know a lot of people are like, that's not a good idea. That it was very controversial, that the contestants gained all their weight back. I know these things. I just really like seeing the transformations because it gives me something to aspire to. Plus, one of the girls on season 11 lives very close to where I live. So I do follow her on Facebook and interact with her on occasion. Other things I use for inspiration. I have a photo of myself when I was 18 that I would love to get back to that body. And because I have no idea where it is, I can't like insert it into the video. But actually, to be fair, I really don't know how to insert a photo into video, which is why all my videos are like one take. When I was in high school, I was in color guard and winter guard, and I took a fitness class after. In Indiana, you have to take mandatory PE for 1 year. At least you did back in the 90s. And I took elective PE courses all 4 years, plus worked out doing color guard. I mean, it's a lot of running around and dance and strength training with throwing the flags and sabers and stuff. I was probably 160 to 170 at that time, and I'm 5'3", and I have been forever, but I was built well. I've always had a big butt. It's just how I'm built. Um, but there is a photo, and if I ever figure out how to put it in a video, I will, of me when we won state my senior year. And we wore green crushed velvet unitards. The the theme of the show was Riverdance. It was 1997. So, the 90s were a different time. But I do like to look at her and think, yeah, I thought I was so fat then. But I had an excellent body and I was healthy. So that's my inspirations. This week I plan on, like I said, doing that movement every day, just 5 minutes at a time, just to keep myself kind of moving, and do the yoga, the gentle yoga I have a gentle yoga for bigger bodies video on YouTube that I follow. I'll probably make a playlist of the workouts I follow on YouTube, and keep working on getting those fruits and veggies in with every meal and tracking. And weigh-in is on Sunday, so a new video will be up sometime next week, Monday or Tuesday. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys how this week goes. So remember to like and subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next week.